We're one of the best teams in the league right now.
Yeah? So you must have won your...
We won our first game.
Who'd you play against?
Every year we play against ourselves, and this year
you won.
We won.
Wow. How's everyone feel about this?
This has been in the desert for too long.
I'm scared. Yeah, my generator broke at Burning Man.
Yo, what's good, Raider Nation? Welcome back to the Raider Reality Check. First off, I just got to say thank you to the Raider Nation for showing so much love. The comments, the likes, the subs. Y'all been going crazy lately. And we're chipping away at that mark to get to 1,000 subscribers. And once we get there, I'm going to hit that Raider Nation tattoo on a live stream. So if you rocking with me and repping silver and black, hit that subscribe button, drop a just win baby in the comments, and let's keep building this thing together. Alright, Raider Nation. Trade deadline is creeping up and the Raiders are in a weird spot. We're not fully out, but not really in contention either. Typical Raider seasons if we're being candid. So the question is, who could be on the move? Today we're breaking down 3 Raiders who might be packing their bags. Jakobi Meyers, Jackson Powers-Johnson, and Tyrie Wilson. So let's talk trade rumors, locker room vibes, and what the deal could mean for the future of the silver and black. This is a Raider Reality Check. Let's fucking get it. Alright, so first up, we got the wide receiver who wants out, and that's Jakobi Meyers. Myers has quietly been one of the Raiders' most consistent weapons since he signed that 3-year, $33 million deal back in 2023. Dude just produces. Over 1,000 yards last season, solid route running, and dependable hands because he had 0 drops last season. But here's the drama. Myers requested a trade before the season even started, and even though the team said, nah, we ain't moving you, the tensions are there, my guy hasn't even really complained. He's a class act for sure, and I hope the Raiders pay that man. But let's look at why the Raiders would consider trading him. First off, he's nearing 30 years old. That's right around the age teams start flipping wideouts if they're not part of the long-term plan. Second, he's still got value. Teams making a playoff push like Buffalo, Detroit, or even the Ravens who are looking for a bounce back could easily send a 4th-round pick or maybe a player swap to land him. And third, this team's still figuring out its future at quarterback. If you're not sure who's throwing the ball next year, it's hard to justify paying a wide receiver too that money. So yeah, Myers could stay productive in Vegas, but if a solid offer hits the table, the Raiders might finally give him the exit he's been asking for. Then we got Jackson Powers-Johnson, the rookie the regime might not believe in. So Jackson Powers-Johnson was drafted in the 2nd round of 2024. He was supposed to be the future at center or guard, a building block for that O-line. But things got shaky fast. This new coaching staff, they're not exactly sold on him. Reports say he's been benched in key moments and there's a disconnect between Powers-Johnson and the staff. Some even say he's dropped about 10 to 15 pounds since OTAs. Maybe to fit a different scheme, maybe not. Either way, that kind of chatter usually means the team's not sure how to use him. So why trade him? The Raiders could get a day 2 pick back, a late 2nd or 3rd from a team desperate for a young interior help. It's a classic change of scenery situation. He's talented, just maybe not the right fit under this regime, which is BS in my opinion because Chip's offense scheme is buns. But why keep him? Because he's still young and he's still cheap and he's moldable. But we've seen it before. When a new staff doesn't believe in a player, sometimes they'd rather cash out early than let the situation drag on. So don't be surprised if Jackson Powers-Johnson's name comes up as a sleeper trade nobody saw coming. Next we got Tyrie Wilson, 7th overall in Nickel. Tyrie was drafted 7th overall in 2023. He was supposed to be the next monster opposite of Crosby. And look, the tools are there, size, power, freakish athleticism, but the production, it still hasn't matched the hype. But let's be clear, he's having his best season so far, and there are flashes. Some reports say the Raiders are open to offers. Teams like the Bears, Commanders, or the Colts could be calling. The idea is simple. Vegas could flip a former top 10 pick for a proven offensive lineman or a high day 2 draft pick to balance that roster. So why trade him? He's talented, but if the new defensive scheme doesn't fit his style, he's wasted potential. So selling now nets value while teams believe in his upside. But let's look at why we shouldn't trade him. Because we spent premium draft capital on my guy. It's hard to admit defeat this early. Edge rushers are golden in this league, and if he develops next to Crosby, you've got a dominant duo for years. But let's be real, if someone offers a high pick or an O-lineman to anchor in return, the Raiders might move on that. So there it is there. We got Myers, Powers-Johnson, and Tyrie Wilson, 3 Raiders who could be traded before the deadline. Whether it's rebuilding, retooling, or just reshaping the locker room, the front front office has some tough calls to make. If they pull the trigger on any of these moves, it could completely shift the future of the franchise and how we look at the season moving forward. So what do you think, Raider Nation? Drop your trade predictions down in the comments. Who stays, who goes, and who should go. Don't forget to like and sub if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next update. This is the Raider Reality Check, and we'll be watching. And you know we keep it real, we keep it raw, and we keep it $110 for the nation. It's X-Ray signing off till next time.